for what happened last time. So last time you guys landed in the Red Crew district of Sebdo City here. You found a number of dead bodies. You looted these houses but didn't find much on this side of the ruins. And similarly on all the bodies, you found very little. There were two dug on the other end of this street here, who were apparently looking for their king. Trying to think, Keb stepped into the street here and ignited a speeder bike, which attracted their attention. They went out to investigate, and they were shot from this bush over here, from an unknown assailant, I guess. And they were basically executed in the street here. Dash now has two belts, very similar to the king's belt that he's using to shake and attract the insectomorphs towards him, walking backwards towards the ship. And Keb...
In all fairness, they were not executed. They were fighting back. And
True.
So they were not executed.
Okay. They were killed in the street after they fought back. And then, so now Keb is in this building here looting. The rest of the crew is sort of determining what sort of loot they can put on the ship. And Dash is walking backwards with these insectomorphs. So yeah, that's where you find yourselves. What would you like to do?
I want to get these over there so the deputy mayor or whatever it was, the new mayor, could watch these two, and then for us to continue looting. That's what I would suggest, although I'm still working my way backwards.
Okay.
I'm going to be working to get these speeder bikes loaded up in some of these crates. So.
Sounds good.
The door over here, the far side where the Doug originally were, Eric?
Yeah, sorry, ping again for me? Oh, yeah?
Is that a door there?
Yes.
I'll probably make my way over there because that's not where Dash is.
Yep.
If you want to say that the insectomorph just made it over there, that's fine. We don't have to actually roleplay dragging them out over there.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
So you find this building here. Excuse me. This seems to be like sort of a gathering area. You see a lot of tables and chairs. There's a lot of, soiled food. Basically just kind of a big disarray here. There's a large kitchen in the back. Over near... Oh, why can I not ping here? So there's a kitchen area back here. Where there's lots of plates and utensils and things like that. You don't really see anything of value yet, but you could make a roll for an investigation if you'd like.
That's a pretty bad roll. I got a 10.
Sorry, I gotta find a scrap piece of paper here. Finally got internet at my house, so it's nice but I also
Yay!
don't have things set up as well.
No problem. We forgive you.
Thank you. I'm gonna grab a pencil and I'll be right back here. So you find some vibro pots and pans. Let's see here. There's quite a few of them there, so just depends on how many you want to take. Because they kind of a mess hall, so they would make large meals here. You also find 30 rations. Let's see here.
Anything alcoholic?
Sure. I will say that you find 4 bottles of distilled alcohol.
Okay, I'll turn one of the tables to right, set a chair next to it, grab a bottle, and try and forget what I just saw.
All right.
Set a timer for 5 minutes. That should be long enough before I start heading back.
All right. So, Dash is going to make it back with these 2 insectomorphs.
Okay. I'm gonna start heading up this way to go over here.
Okay.
If we're supposed to take back things that we find, these insectoids should prove to be worth something.
To clarify, Fruhe is in the ship, correct? And is not
Yes.
part in these conversations or privy to what's happening outside the ship?
Nope. Geez, we've got to. So let me. Yeah, I'll just delete his character right now, and yeah, he is on the ship right now.
I'll hand the belts over to whoever's staying with the ship as well.
You can hand them to me.
Alright.
It seems, based on your findings, that you had a pretty good view of what was happening with that shootout, no?
I suppose.
Or to offer an explanation as to why blaster fire was necessary?
I saw them holding up their weapons aggressively towards you guys, and I figured it was better to act before than after. So I took care and resolved the issue. Also, they would have probably prevented us from taking any equipment that we thought was necessary to be able to go back. And
I'm going to go over to talking in character as opposed to typing it out, since our
Yeah.
seem to be concluded for the time being. I'm just going to say, he did share with us his version of events, yes. I assume you have something to add to that.
What did he tell you?
He expressed that he felt that the Dug were a threat to our safety, and determined that disposing of them was the simplest route to ensuring the safety of the group.
Okay, hopefully he doesn't think that getting rid of me is now the simplest and easiest way.
I assume you have a differing version of events.
Looks around, like, He's about to crap his pants. He's so nervous, like he's thinking that Dash is gonna just show up and knife him in the back. It didn't need to be done. Do I see Dash sneaking up behind us there?
I'm not sneaking. I'm just walking.
Okay. As soon as I see Dash, I clam up. And I will not look in his direction.
He's a fish, not a clam.
I'm not a fish either.
I appreciate your honesty, Keb. You are welcome to board the ship. We are running low on room, I'm afraid, so you may have to select the items you think are of greatest value in an effort to conserve space.
Might keep the bottle of alcohol, like whatever we want. I get nervous and get on the ship and leave everything there.
Okay, I'm going to go through what he brought back and just see if there's anything of value. I will prioritize keeping the booze, though, so I'm going to make sure to load that on.
I'll find someplace to be able to put the insectoids, like inside of a room and close the door or something like that. So that when we get
Oh no, if you come and try to get the belts from me, I am not giving them to you. So you're welcome to have a conversation with me if you wish to have them back.
Are you taking the insectoids?
You gave me the belts when you came back to the ship the first time, so I have them now. If you'd like to move them, you're welcome to have a conversation with me.
I'm asking you, are you taking the insectoids with us?
If we are able, we may not have space for them, which would make all of your efforts on our behalf meaningless.
All I am saying is if you don't have room for them, let's put them somewhere safe. If we find out that they're worth money, we could be able to come back and get them.
Very possibly.
But do you think that it's not possible to put them someplace safe, or are you saying it's not possible to work with you to put them someplace safe?
I think, Dash, that you and I should have a conversation. Would you be amenable?
I'm okay with having a conversation. We're having a conversation right now. Say what you have to say.
Excellent. Well, I think that you are a liability. I think that my biggest fear for my own safety is people who are unpredictable, who I cannot count on to take the care and momentary thought for their actions and how those actions will influence those who they surround themselves with. I am worried that you are not safe to journey with. Am I wrong in thinking this?
Anybody and everyone could be not safe to journey with, and anybody and everybody could be safe to journey with. Here's the thing. Were they were holding their weapons up in hostile manner towards you guys. And there was a loud explosion, was there not?
In a situation where there's
No.
and there are dead bodies
No.
in the street,
Were they or were they not?
they were not hostile. And if you had taken a moment to consider the situation
Are
in
you
which
saying
you
that they
were
were not holding up their
you
weapons?
would have recognized that. But you act without thought. You act without warning. You act without
And why is
consideration of how your
evil
actions
dead?
must influence others.
Why do we have another busted droid over here?
Is that the really important thing in this moment?
So I leave to go scout. We now have a busted droid. There was a bike that exploded. They were holding up their weapons. And you got upset that I decided to do something to try to protect you guys.
I don't think you are trying to protect us, Dash. I think you are acting in your own self-interest, which makes you a liability to others.
What interest is that, darling?
Clearly profit if all you care about is keeping the mounts.
We're supposed to get profit to get off this planet. Do you not?
And there is plenty here that would not have required the deaths of 2 people. Am I wrong?
We don't know. We don't know how much it's going to take to get off this planet.
Right. But until that happens, we are guaranteed safety. We are guaranteed food. We are guaranteed lodging.
Guaranteed safety. You mean against like the blue team who came in hot with their weapons ready to blast us? Or do you mean like the Doug that
Who started an interaction with them that could have resulted in gunfire? Who was that exactly? Let me think.
Now, I remember you
was-
brought us to the blue section and got us into the trouble in the first place. Maybe you're the liability, and you leading us is the one that leads us into trouble.
I am more than happy to see who the Red Squad feels is less of a use to this team. I think you'll find that if we ask, you will be the one left in the ruins.
I'm not asking them to choose and divide the team.
Good, because it would not go in your direction.
You're the one
I
that's
am simply saying that if I cannot count on you to consider your actions before you kill, then you are not someone I wish to associate with.
I did consider my actions.
You did not. You took no thought before firing and causing a problem that was not within our capabilities to handle without death.
Apparently, it was within our capabilities because we made it out fine.
But there was death, Dash, which is precisely what I am trying to impress upon
There's
you.
death all over this galaxy. What
You do not need to be the
live in?
I will say this once. If I cannot count on you to consider very seriously your actions before instigating a firefight again, I will be forced to make a choice. And if I do not consider you an asset, you will be a liability that I am no longer interested in dealing with.
Hey, Talis, Kev, what's going to happen if she,
No, I am very
Okay.
much trying to not be part of this conversation because I am scared shitless.
I will step up, wave my hand a little bit. Enough of this. Sai and Dash make a wisdom saving throw. Or you can choose to fail.
I don't know what you're doing and I don't know you well enough, so I would try to fight it.
Yeah. Okay. What is my... I force cast Calm Emotion.
Do I succeed?
The
Sorry, I'm
power
reading
DC save of your powers.
Yeah,
tab.
it's DC 13, so you succeed.
And I know that you casted something. Do I know what you casted?
Do you know force powers?
No. Tech.
Would he have any reason to know what I'm casting on him? Has he had a lot of interaction with Jedi or anything before?
Some, but not a lot. And it's usually not very direct.
Let's say you know something was attempted, but
Smile. I
There's,
will hand over the control belts for the insectomorphs to Dash, and I will
there's
say,
three.
I don't think we have enough space for the creatures. Feel free to do what you wish with them. And I will
I will just say there will be another time for this. We have a job to do. Just finish it and get out of here.
Do I get the belts?
Never.
Alright. I take the 2 insectoids and I put them inside of a building. One with as few exits as possible, put them in there and just try to get them calmed down so that way they'll stay in there in case we want to come back and get them. I'll leave them. Yeah. I'll do that then.
Not that I'm there to say anything, but is there any fodder or other food for them in case we can't come back in a fashion, so they don't starve to death or kill each other?
Oh, I'm not like making it so it's impossible for them to get out. If we're not coming back, they could easily just knock the door open and get out of there. They're still animals of some sort, so they would have an instinct to feed and eat, feed and live. So,
Well, I know. If Eric was talking about putting rubble in front of the door, I just didn't want it to be barred, so that way the creatures had no possible way of getting out to
good deal.
take care of their personal needs.
No. Just trying to deter them from leaving for a little while.
What happened to our droids? We're gonna go through a lot of droids. Gavel.
I know I can do it if we need to. I've not actually done anything.
Say you did it well.
Yet.
Pretty impressive. You did it well drunk. I said, pretty impressive. You did it well drunk. Yeah.
Well, and I know that I can turn it off at any point. I know where the on-off switch is on.
Well,
have not flicked the switch
Yeah.
because I want to have a group discussion before flicking the switch and dooming us to a course of action we may not all want to go on.
Well, we should
'Cause
return.
I'm
the
not going to
scrap.
take unilateral action, choose the party's course for them. I didn't say any names.
In all fairness, Sai is trying to decide to kick Dash off of the team for everybody as well.
He is saying that if he does not prove to be better than he has been thus far, she's not going to travel with him anymore. So,
And that would be okay
That
for Dash. Dash is used to traveling alone. Or maybe with another person.
And I'm not liking this conflict within the group because it makes me nervous.
Well, we should return with the salvage and perhaps after that return this.
We gotta go to the scrapyard. He knows where we go and he could be able to take us out there.
Well, I will let the party know that we do have the capability of disabling his ability to track us. He will probably know that he is not able to track us as soon as we do this. There's a pretty good chance that if we do bring this ship back to the scrapyard to turn in the scrap we've got, we will no longer have access to the ship to go to Dapados or the Dug City or these other places.
I mean, we could also be able to tell him that we have more stuff back there to be able to go gather and
Well,
ship.
and we do have more stuff. We have to insectomorphs that we require more than one trip to the blue zone. To the zone.
We don't even have to tell him that that's exactly what we could have. We could
No,
inquire.
Just anything.
Yeah, we could inquire if they're worth anything, and if he says no, then we'll say that we have more stuff back there to go gather anyways, and take the ship.
Okay.
It's just a little detour, if nothing else.
I'm sure if you tell him that you have more stuff to get for him,
Yeah.
which means more money for him, that he's going to be okay with it.
Let's go drop off our stuff. Yeah, and then make a return trip, but then we go drop off the King's ride.
Oh, but we got to make sure Sai's okay with this, because Sai needs to be okay with everything.
don't worry, Dash. I'm happy to allow you to make some.
Is this a good decision? You think this is a good decision I'm proposing?
I think the decision, whether or not it's an intelligent one, is highly dependent upon you.
Sai will go where I go.
Very well.
So, just as a matter of bookkeeping, is there one person that's actually keeping track of loot for the party, or
I haven't been putting anything down because I haven't personally found anything.
I haven't been either.
I know we found a bunch of credits, but I have not put any of that down.
well, I have got that on my sheet because I was the one that found the 2,000 credits.
Yeah. I put down the 2 vibro daggers I found. That was it.
So, how much are we wanting to give to our employer, and how much are we wanting to keep from him?
I say everything but equipment that we could be able to use to defend ourselves, or that we could be able to sell for quite a bit more outside of the scrap.
I mean, if the what do we have to give him? 2 speeder bikes and the crates?
Some jewels.
Yeah, Jules. Oh, and a prosthetic arm.
I was grabbing as much as I could. Like I said, I was going to be like Samwise Gamgee leaving the Shire, packed with as much crap as I could. Yeah, and I would have grabbed as much as I could because I don't know what they consider valuable because I'm not used to this planet. So they could have weird things that, they consider valuable, and things that I would consider highly precious, they could consider junk. So I'm just grabbing everything and letting someone with more worldly knowledge of the area make the determination of what actually has value.
Believe that's the plan?
It appears so. I'll also bring out that in addition to that, I also have a combat armor and a forgery kit that I picked up. Necklace with a red jewel and other miscellaneous jewelry. In addition to the 2,000 credits.
I'd be able to take the combat armor if nobody else will.
Well, it's all yours.
I can't wear it.
All right. I think I can.
Well, I just deleted it off my sheet, so it's now yours, whether you want it or not.
All right, I got it on my sheet.
I guess as a player, keeping the credits to ourselves, I think sounds like a decent idea.
I think so too.
But
I don't see why we would give them.
Yeah, I don't think we have to tell them we got those.
And I'm also less sure about whether we should actually give him the miscellaneous jewelry and that necklace with the red jewel in there.
That might be valuable to
I mean,
Gran or someone.
Let's see how it goes with the other crates. If it looks like it's not going to be enough to be able to get us out of this trash heap, then
I mean, we're giving them
consider giving it.
2 working speeder bikes should be pretty good haul.
I thought one of them was or something.
Think you fixed it?
Yeah, both bikes are working. I fixed the one
Okay.
My magical ability to repair mechanical things that are not our droid. Yeah, I mean, gotta tell him not to stick weird things in the sockets he doesn't know about. Someone's gotta have to talk with him. Wrap it first, dude.
The talk.
4 of them.
Yeah.
So it seems quieter than it was.
All right. Well, I'll leave it up to you guys if we give them the jewels or not. I just want to get out of here,
Well,
preferably with a
Wait.
ship that can make it.
we don't have to reveal everything all at once. If he finds his speeder bike satisfactory, then that will be all we tell him we found.
I agree. Good
And
idea.
the empty crates and whatever random pots and pans are in there. Although something seems a bit odd here. Can I make a perception check? 12. Well, I was hoping I could reach out with the force to sort of see if I can sense anything. Okay.
Oh my god, we're all gonna die.
Talus, yeah. Yes. Or Yamato Man is my Discord name. It's a lot of names to keep track of.
Well, I guess if we want, I can jump on one of the bikes and drive it out. Also, you wanted me to have a piloting check to get us back to the scrapyard in one piece, Eric?
How do I add armor on Roll20?
Okay, so
It's a good question.
the little gear wheel thing next to the powers, you have to click on that, and then in the middle box underneath the check mark that says add dex tiebreaker to initiative, there's a global armor class modifier. You have to add that number of your armor to that box there.
This, okay. Oh, okay.
And you said we were able to see this gathering of people when we landed?
Oh, I figured one of us would have told him.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
We gotta turn in today's earnings.
Just how we will ensure it gets there.
Unless you want us to get shit out of the sky right away, we need to do this, and then we're going to tell them that we got some stuff that we can go back and get because our hold is full. Sai agreed with us.
I'm afraid that my opinion has been disregarded, my love. I've been overruled by people who believe themselves to be more wise than I.
We asked if you're good with this, and you said yeah.
Oh no, I never agreed to this plan. I am sorry that you felt that that was my response.
I'm sorry that you can't be honest with this gentleman. And I walk away.
I'll start unloading our the 2 speeder bikes and some of the crates. Yeah, they do.
They basically disappear into the dirt.
Wow, they did. Yeah. Uh,
Well, should we make our walk of shame with our measly offerings?
I don't think there's any shame. We got a lot of cargo.
2 operational speeder bikes is pretty good. Fine.
Oh,
Well, considering we have no idea what this guy even wants from us.
Yeah.
that's fine. He's going to try to play it down and play it like it's not much, but you know what? It's quite a bit. Considering that it's been looted before, it's war zone. This is good.
Have we found anything intact at all?
All right,
Just-
well, let's take all the cargo, put it outside of the ship and stuff like that. So that way, if he sends anybody with us to go get the rest of the stuff, they won't need to go inside.
Just, something doesn't seem right here. Just be on your guard.
Oh,
Do you want me to stay with the ship in case I need to fly over and rescue people?
Well, you should come with. You're the most tech knowledgeable, right?
Well, Sai's the best talker, but she don't seem like she want to talk much.
I'm counting on
I'm
your
outside.
skills to ensure that we are come out of this better.
You are just afraid of any type of conflict. Yes, you.
I wish to avoid conflict if I can. I don't want to get into any trouble.
She's setting up her next meal ticket.
Yeah, she might just. Do we have the keys to the ship? Because she just might take it off with it.
Or is
I don't believe she'll leave without me.
You say so. As you said, she's setting up her next meal ticket. If you don't fit into that ticket,
Dallas and I share a very special bond. I'm sure you wouldn't know anything about it considering you don't have any friends.
all friends do is stab you in the back at the end of the day.
It's a very unfortunate ideal to hold.
Let's just get this dropped off.
Does Fruhe think it is safe for him to be seen by Poro? Is there the area that we cleared out in the scrapyard that led to the decimated ship where we originally found Fruhe? Is that passage large enough for us to get the king's mount through? Like, so we could conceal it if somebody comes back to check on the ship? If we can't hide it, then I don't think there's any point to it. I will just advise that he stay on the ship with it and keep it calm. Then I will stay here and I will keep him from doing anything foolish.
Well, I got requested to go, and I'm not in a position to really say no, so I guess I'm going.
I guess I'm going. It's either that or I'm flying the ship, and I don't think I'm going to be very welcome to stay on the ship.
Aglaya's character token is near me. So.
I know.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm just going to help carry whatever. Or drive a speeder bike or whatever.
Just as a reminder, we did tell him we would bring back the body of the droid that exploded, that initially caused the malfunction on our ship. So don't forget that.
We can throw him in one of these crates.
This would be the original one, the one that exploded in
yeah, the one in the courthouse
or whatever.
Yeah, that one.
I was keeping it to try and salvage any useful parts, but then we flew past the scrapyard and he noticed that we were off course, and we claimed it was because our droid was malfunctioning. And so we decided that we were going to provide the body of the scrap E1 to be like, okay, here's the reason why our ship went off course.
Are you sure you don't want to come with and be the talker? Do a much better job of talking.
I believe in you, Keb. I think you will do just fine. Just talk about what you are good at. You are very intelligent and you know a lot about all of these things. I have no doubt that you will impress Toro with your knowledge.
She doesn't like to get her hands dirty.
One that will keep Fruhe from making a poor decision. If the rest of you could be counted on to do that, I would happily let one of the rest of you handle him. But I don't think your skill set lends itself to that.
Well, he does seem quite fond of you.
And quite agitated by our decisions to date. So I will do my best to ensure he does nothing without our permission.
Very well.
Hurry back.
Leave his gear.
I'm saying take it because it will also bring us more money when we turn it in. I'm gonna leave that up to others.
Can we put the crates on the speeder bikes? Or drag them? Because they're empty crates, so we could stick the droid parts in them. Or mostly empty, I think. That's a good roll.
Sorry, I was in the middle of typing.
I'm pretty confident that the E1 droid had a significant amount of credits, so if nothing else, we should probably salvage that.
Well, and that armor that I had on, pretty high tech. So, if we're ever wanting another E1 unit in the future, I'm sure the E1 unit is going to want to have that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I will leave that up to you, Kev. If you feel that there is something here that we can use in the future, strip it off before we send it away to Poro.
Yeah, to do a bit of a metagame question, if we...
Apparently, I can roll nothing but 20s now, so I stripped down Macbeth
Wow.
of anything that we could possibly use in the future.
Yeah, stuff on Macbeth. If we sell it to him, will it affect the next Mick Carther?
E3. E3.
I don't want to do anything that's going to make it so much harder on Nathan because he hasn't been able to make it. Okay.
Well, if the universe is going to magically provide this stuff back for him again, as a metagame, selling all of this stuff would probably be the best option because we know it's going to come magically back to him when he reappears.
Also, I feel like saving it for Nathan's next character would be metagaming because we wouldn't have any real attachment to the E1s and stuff like that.
So, probably keep the armor, but if you guys want to sell the vibro gavels and everything else, that's
We could always be like, oh yeah, and then there's this gear that we forgot that was on the E1. Like we provided parts, but we forgot about the rest of the gear. Depending. Oh, that's fine then. So he can pick up a rock and it's like a gun. It's okay. This will show him for spending time with his wife.
Yeah.
And moving.
Yep.
Oh, just a side note, I will make sure that we take the king's crown. I don't think that the Dug will care about that, but maybe they will. So I'll just make sure we keep that back from everything else that's getting sent along.
I feel like that might be worth a lot to get us off of here.
I don't even know what it's made of. Is it actually valuable, or is it like a portrait?
I have a feeling that all of us together, could be able to figure out if it's valuable as far as metal and resources and stuff.
Appraisal. There's not praising the
Intelligence check.
intelligence.
Yeah. Lore, maybe? Yeah.
All right. I have a +2. I could assist anyone if they want to do it, or I could roll.
Well, I've got a +6 on lore.
I'll assist you
Okay.
if Eric allows that to be able to give you advantage.
23.
Nice.
With that lore check, are we aware if this is like something that's passed down to the kings? Is this something that's redone every time they have a new king appointed? Okay.
All right. So I mean, anyways, apparently their kingdom is kind of blown to hell right now. So we could always have it be. I'll let one of you hold it if you want. Have it like a back pouch or something like that. Be able to pull out if we're almost there to be able to get our own ship and get out of here. Then hell, we could even take the other insectoid and his royal inheritist and be able to take them to where they need to go and get on with ourselves.
Yeah, I can hang on to it if we.
That's fine.
So I guess the three of us make our way to this gathering of potentially murderous individuals who are going to take everything we've got.
Welcome to the galaxy.
While they're gone, I'm going to take any behind the E1 armor and literally anything that we opted to keep for ourselves. And I'm going to move it into the body of the destroyed ship where we originally found Fruhe, just so it's not on board this ship if they come back and look for it. We can't do that for the Morph, but the rest of that stuff I want to be out of sight if they come back and search this ship.
I thought we were taking the E1 armor and weapons with us because there wasn't any reason to keep it for sentimental or next E1 purposes. If not,
Just
I think the armor we were keeping, but the rest of it we were getting rid of.
Okay.
these aren't just regular vibro gapples, they're from the Doug Courthouse.
Whatever we opted to keep back from what is going to Poro, I'm going to move and put into the wreckage of that destroyed ship. So just
I don't think we were taking any of the credits with us. I think we were leaving all the credits behind.
Yeah.
Oh no, my personal money I'm keeping on me. The money I came with.
I don't have
Like
any.
that 2,000 credits, my sleight of hand stuff. That's all going to Sai and probably getting stashed in that ship then by her.
anything we salvaged off that E1 unit, because I know he had a significant amount.
Whatever credits the U1 might have had.
I think like
armor that one had on.
60,000 or something, if I'm remembering right, from like the moment the first one exploded. It was a lot.
Oh. We don't have dash on token.
Oh, it's okay. I would probably be hanging out behind you guys.
Hey, they look familiar.
You think they're still all upset? What?
As we're coming up, Eric, I'm gonna cast Voltaic Shield upon myself, just to have in case. And I'll do it before we actually get into their midst. So they don't see me casting it.
How does it, the stuff that the other crews brought, does it look like it's comparable to what we brought? Or I don't need specifics. As long as it's comparable and does he look happy with what they brought or pleased? Oh. Okay.
loincloth and
Gotcha.
Well, I'm still in common clothing.
I'll whisper to you guys. Do you really want me to talk, or one of you going to go up?
I'll kind of motion to the speeder bikes that are intact.
I guess Dash reluctantly walks up.
I mean, I've got a negative to this, so I don't think you want me opening my mouth.
I got 0, so Dash will walk up. So we brought you 2 functional speeder bikes, as well as multiple crates worth of filled with stuff. Also,
Here, while you walk up, as you walk past me, I will briefly touch you, giving you guidance.
sounds good. Thanks. Could use it. So we brought you 2 functional speeder bikes, as well as some crates with different supplies in them. A couple of Vopal spears, right?
Speeder bikes?
Didn't we also bring the Vopal spears?
Yes.
Okay. And we have more over at the ship that we could be able to bring over. I just wanted to kind of bring over the big supplies, and we'll bring over the rest in a moment. Dangerous world.
Okay.
Sorry, my
Can I see any when I'm looking out at these people, can I see any alignment because of my racial ability? Okay.
in my passive perception is a 17. Is everyone else unarmed? So we're the only armed people now, or is it just Blue Squad that unarmed themselves and put their weapons on the pile? Sorry for the beeping in the background. My truck keeps thinking it's low on fuel when it's not.
Again?
Oh, it's the constant thing. It always does this whenever I'm parked.
Oh, that must
It's been doing it for the last 9 months.
Before they do, I'll say, hold on a moment. There's more stuff back in the red zone that we could be able to go and fetch you. We just couldn't fit all on one trip. We might need our weapons to be able to go back and be able to fetch the rest of it, because who knows what kind of hostility might be there when we arrive. So your droids could be able to handle going and fetching supply from the ruins? There's on outside of the ship, and then there's also more that's back in the red zone that we left because we couldn't fit everything on the ship.
No problem. You brought me.
So I like to get everything done. I don't like to put stuff off to tomorrow what I could do today. Just to be able, I can't quite remember. Did we agree like we would work for them, and then after we work for them, we'd be able to get a ship and get out of here, or what was the deal with that? Oh, so we didn't even set up how much we were getting paid or anything like that?
Nope.
Wow.
While they're talking, I'm going to force cast sense emotion on the wife. I'll paste it. 'Cause I don't have it set up on my sheet yet. This is what it does essentially.
Prevailing emotion is greed.
I don't know about the wife.
I mean, I'm really not wanting to give up the equipment that we've got.
Oh yeah, neither do I. I'm looking at Talus. I'm looking at everybody else, but I'm looking very reluctantly.
I'm just going to point out the voltaic shield, if they do attempt to grapple me, they're going to take 5 points of lightning damage every round they grapple me because of that shield.
Well, I don't have anything on me, just my robes.
I'm kind of slowly walking.
Obviously, I'd rather you keep your weapons, but it's Oh, yeah, I have a shock room. It's a religious artifact. I must keep it.
These blasters are religious artifact for me as well. So
And Mandalorian blasters are part of my religion.
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess we're not going to be complying.
What we do?
Hold on.
I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna start walking with them. Like, I'm just gonna make sure that they get everything.
Yes, we can
on the
assist
ship.
them.
Just ignoring if they say anything like no that they got it and stuff like that. I'm just like waving my hand behind me, like, "Yep, I'm gonna help them." Bye.
How far away are we from the ship? Okay, Sai will hear a voice in your head. There are droids coming to the ship.
Why are there droids coming to the ship precisely?
They insist.
They insist, as in they are being difficult, or they are holding you at gunpoint?
They insist on coming with.
That does not answer my question.
They insist on unloading the rest of the cargo themselves.
Did anyone else bring back live creatures? I'm going to turn to Fruhe and I'm going to look at him and say, we need to get the insectoid off of the ship. And we are going to claim that we're going to eat it. And I don't care how distressed you have to look about that idea in order to sell it, but we are going to, because if they try to take it from us, we will otherwise be fighting. So quickly now.
And he's
Turned. Just move the insectoid. Right now. Right now, please. Thank you. Just move. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to start walking with the
I know
droids.
I am.
Depending upon the outcome of this insight, I will either be the rear of it or I'll be within the main group of our party heading back to the ship.
Also, Fruhe, is it going to be bad if they find out you're here? Do you need to hide? Excellent. No, my love, but I need you to not express that in front of those that will be arriving very shortly, okay? Okay. Please do not share that sentiment with the droids that are showing up here in very mere moments. I'm going to have moved off of the ship into a position near the insectoid. And if Fruhe has not reclaimed the belt, I will. So as long as one of us is holding it, and all of us are going to be off the ship.
Be a technology role probably, or piloting.
He's attempting to fly the ship.
Hmm. Can Sai do anything about this?
Think she just left the ship.
I left the ship to go retrieve the belt. So
Did you leave? You left the ship with the creature?
he threw the belt off of the ship, and the insectoid followed it, and I went down to retrieve the belt. So the creature is off of the ship. It's just Fruhe.
And do we know that Sai's not on the ship?
I think we can see her.
Oh, okay.
I know what you were thinking.
As the ship's taking off, can we take action? Because I'd like to ion blast it in order to disable the engine.
Can it attack an object?
It does ion damage in an area. So anything within that area will end up.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And the nose of the ship was within range. The nose of the ship was in range before you deleted it off of the map. Well, what I'm saying, Eric, is that if the engines are powering up, I would have blasted it as the engines were powering up before it could have taken off, because unless in Star Wars you can instantly turn something on and have it go without a warm-up period, I'm going to assume there's an engine noise, because I know the Millennium Falcon makes a whole lot of racket before it finally takes off from Mos Eisley. Because I know that that's not part of the plan to have us be left behind with a bunch of droids. At least not my plan. True, I don't, but I know my plan is not to be left behind if that ship is taking off.
The plan was to leave Sai with the ship to make sure he stays calm, and that
Apparently that plan failed. So I'm playing like Delta or Epsilon now.
Apparently he was waiting for a free ship.
and Insectoid wasn't all that important to him after all.
Yeah.
Where was he when it was?
Well, because the nose is right here.
Okay.
I thought it was further back, but maybe.
Big.
So it would have to be about here, and I thought it was further back.
I know that
Well, because this metal bar right here was at the crux where that wing connected.
I mean, also the engine's not at the very front of it, right? It's over on the side.
No, but if I can hit any part of the ship,
I'm leaving it up to you guys.
okay, what do you have in mind?
So did you?
I mean, it's an action to cast, and I could take my movement as part of that same round and move up 30 feet. I can get all the way up to here and let it go in that one combat round if we're doing it in combat turns.
I mean, I would try to run up and jump on the landing gears to try to climb up inside the ship, but
Initiative?
Well, depending on our roll, he might be able to.
What's that?
Depending on our roll, he might be able to escape.
For some reason, I can't select my token again, so I don't have any.
yeah,
I can roll, but I can't click on it.
you need to drag and drop your own token because when he imports it over, you don't have control of it.
Now there's two of them. Now there are two
Someone's
of them.
fantasy is coming true.
Now he's running away, apparently.
Twins, Basil, twins.
Now there are two of them.
I mean, maybe that'll be enough to persuade him to stay.
Unless you're putting him in there too.
Yeah, the droids and him are going to get on the list at some point.
You can see that.
Okay. I will. move back up to the doorway into the ship, open it, approach the pilot's seat, and lean over and say, "Why are you doing this? What do you think you're going to gain?" I have to, I will use my Cather ability, which allows me to basically double move for free. I get like a cat speed boost. Yes, I am trying to consider what I would do in that case. I'm just going to knock and say, "What do you think you are getting out of this? You are alienating all of those that would help you. By choosing to take this action, you are now electing this path alone. Is that what you want?" You are unwilling to wait another hour while our companions barter for the monies we need to get where we are going. Poro has threatened to fire upon this ship if it is stolen. You do not think he will do that? He will kill you, Fruhe, and I do not want that. Literally what my character build is about. Don't screw me, come on.
I've been telling.
I know, and I'm listening, and I'm not going to allow this to go on any longer. As soon as our companions return, we will have resources. We will be able to get you where you're going. Keb shared with us that he has a means to disable the tracker on this ship. We can make it safe for us to take this. Just give them an opportunity to come back to us. Please don't run.
I mean, to be fair, you can also see us through the window, because we're right outside the front of the
Yeah.
ship. He can see us right outside the front window of the ship because the nose is pointed right at us.
Yeah.
Does that mean everyone can see him?
I'm going to go sit in his lap so he does not have access to the gear and everything else anymore. And I'm just going to curl up and purr warmly. And I'm going to say, "I'm so glad you chose to remain with us instead of leaving. It would have broken my heart if you had done otherwise. Get your hands on my waist and not on the freaking pilot's anything. Don't touch."
Diabetes.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Go for it.
Well, good news. I'm not going to have to electrocute the ship now.
Might still be flyable.
As a pure metagame thing, I am so tempted right now to just try and light up entire droid thing. He's got those groups
Sure.
so nicely. For
They're
that
all in a
15
perfect
square
group.
foot.
Hmm.
But that just wouldn't be the character. He's too cowardly to do that.
As a metagame, I know this is not ideal, but think of everything we managed to find in one day. If we give up what we have and just go back into the ruins again and look for stuff again, we could probably outfit everybody again and have access to the ship in the morning.
I don't know if there's going to be all that much stuff left.
Even so, we have credits. We just have to get someplace. It's not ideal, but I would rather play nice than engage in another fight.
Gotcha.
Well, then we can't really take this ship. And
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is, I would rather not engage in a fight right now. If we give up what we have, we can take the ship again tomorrow, do some more scouting, see whatever we can find to outfit everybody again, and then take the ship by disabling the tracker, and then we'll fight them.
But aren't we going to return him today?
We can't. We have to leave the ship behind today.
He might not be willing to stay the night.
I'm not sure Fruhe is going to.
If he does not agree with me, I'm willing to kill him because he's become a liability, which I'm not a fan of. We have the insectoid. We know what we need to do to get that thing there and to get the praise of the Doug. We don't need Fruhe for that.
That's true.
He can either agree and go along with my plan, or I will kill him.
Go for it.
Oh, now the true side comes out.
It's my way or the highway, baby.
Mhm.
And I'm happy to be a cuddly little kitten as long as you're fucking agreeing with me.
Yeah, I think Dash knows
Dash
that.
knows that all too well.
This was literally about not letting him get away and creating a bad situation for us with Poro. If he had actually managed to escape, I would have immediately turned on him and been like, he's stealing the ship, he's stealing the ship. Let Poro shoot him out of the air.
Yeah, we still have the
Yeah.
animal.
But they will still pointed the blasters at us because it was our ship.
Possibly, but it's not our fault that he's proven to be disloyal to Poro, and we've all been thrown in together. We're just hirelings. We're doing what we're supposed to be doing. We've brought you everything we've gotten. It's his fault. He's the bad guy.
So, Eric, just so we're all aware as we're making the decision, did Poro pretty much want us to strip down to nothing again? Or are we going to be allowed to keep something?
They wanted everything. They wanted everything. Our armor, our weapons, everything.
So anything we found, and technically we found all that. So
Well, just to play
Yeah,
devil's
any-
advocate here, he didn't say more than 5 words to us the entire time. Does he really know what we had on us when we left?
Yeah. How well did they know what we had when we left? So, okay.
And weird.
Are credits worth any? Like, is there a place to be able to use credits for anything? Or no?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I was me more in the scrap yard, but because I have a feeling the rest.
Yeah, there's
Why would there be? He doesn't need. Yeah, I get it.
It's like a company store, maybe.
No, he. If he basically controls everything that comes in and goes out, why have credits where someone could just be able to buy stuff out and then make themselves the top?
Mhm.
By the way, I didn't get a. There was no way for me to try to persuade him into letting us go and get the rest of the stuff today. If you
can
say
go back.
if you say no, then that's fine. Gotcha. And these are just droids that are over here, right? Or are there humanoids?
There.
That's
But
okay.
they're all
I'm just gonna ask them. I'm gonna ask kind of out loud to them in general and ask if insectoids are worth anything in the scrapyard. That's all. Okay.
These guys aren't in a square. Where are they actually at?
It's all good.
like
It's a straight 5 damage. Yep. As long as I got temporary hit points, hits me, takes damage. So since he missed me, he probably doesn't take the damage.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold my action because I don't know what's gonna happen here, and I'm not gonna be the one that's gonna make this decision.
I'm going to do what I said I was doing, and I'm going to try to climb aboard the ship. It's there's nowhere to climb through the front, right? There's no like.
Pretty much the only exit.
You can't climb up through the front landing gear, right? Okay, then yeah, I would just run through the back. I would run to the back and try to run through there. I believe it's 30.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use a dash action. I'm just gonna make sure my movement's 30.
Dashing.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything that gives me bonus movement. We're level 2, right?
We're at level 3.
The third level.
Oh. Okay.
I think you can make it to about.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it on the other side though. Yeah, I'm just not gonna cut across in front of the droids.
Are the droids that are in base contact going to attack him for attempting to leave their zone of control?
My weapon's not out. I don't no sign of aggression. I'm just gonna shout like the ship must be malfunctioning. I'm just gonna try go on, make sure it doesn't leave.
Seeing that they don't attack, I'm going to take my action then to do the same thing Dash did.
Well, you're supposed to specify what.
Oh, well, then I guess I don't do anything to unspecified.
Like you can hold an action to attack a creature or to move or.
Yeah. So when you hold your action, you're holding it as a reaction to trigger when something happens. You determine what.
Okay, I just wasn't sure what Dash was going to do, and if Dash was going to attack them, then I wanted to be ready to attack. But if Dash was going to run, I wanted to be able to run.
So, I mean, you could have asked, but yeah, you could have just said following Dash's lead.
Well, that was my goal, but if I didn't specify it correctly, then I guess I don't do anything. I know I don't get the bonus action in order to be able to do the dash part of it. But
Okay, so if they're both running, I will as well. So, and I will bonus action dash. So I'll kind of is it tall enough I can stand underneath it, or that? So I'll run to about there. You rolled really high.
I would suggest that we exit the ship for the time being. It seems our companions are returning with guests, and they may wish to examine the ship before we leave again.
Sorry.
We follow. And I'm going to keep myself between him and the door of the cockpit. And I'll just link my arm through his and kind of cuddle up to his side. I know how frustrated you are, but I promise we are doing the best we can, and we'll be doing it in the safest way possible by remaining with our allies. That's it for me then.
I think that's a good play.
If they're not intending to attack us, I'm certainly not intending to start a combat, so maybe we could drop out of initiative.
Yeah, I don't intend to attack him anyways. Looks like we lost someone from voice chat. Oh, there it is.
okay, back now. You hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, for some reason my thing decided not to work anymore. Yeah, I'm not seeing any good options here, especially with them disabling the ship. To me, it's looking like we either have the option of surrender or fight. I don't want to be the one making
Yeah.
this decision. Are these droids carrying ranged weapons, melee weapons, any weapons?
That's
So the party reaches the ship before the rest of their accompanying group does. I'm going to look towards them as they enter and say, "How much time do we have before they come around the side of the ship and enter us?" And enter.
about 20 seconds.
Is there anything at all that you could conceal on yourselves to prevent them from keeping it? Anything tiny?
I'm gonna stick a Vorpal
Yes.
dagger that I have into my boot, and
Do so immediately then, because the rest of it we are going to have to surrender if we want to keep our cool in this
Yes.
situation.
Yes, I want to conceal the vibro daggers.
and I'm also gonna hide the wrist blaster, like under my clothing.
The rest of it you should voluntarily strip off right now so they do not have a reason to pat you down. Just start taking it off so they do not have any reason to suspect or keeping anything from them.
Oh, Sai, isn't your man gonna be jealous? Oh, well,
Oh, don't worry. I only adore men that have more than one eye.
by the way, what the hell happened?
I'm getting amorous in the pilot's seat. It was entirely my own fault. I pressed a button or something and the engines fired up, but we corrected it immediately. I apologize if there was any problems from that action.
That's so weird because I saw you come running into the cockpit after that happened. I mean,
I'm hoping you're the only one that's close enough to notice that. But that is what we're going to do.
We can discuss this later.
Taking off the armor.
First, disrobing, please.
So these you guys took one.
I figured we took both, but yeah, I mean,
The speeder bikes, we took both, but
Yeah, it's just the crates. We took both speeder bikes. Mostly empty crates.
So I give the armor to them. I'm gonna give the blaster to them, and I'm gonna start walking back up towards the guy that was making an announcement. I bet you guys don't like pets.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm going to make my way down the gangplank of the ship towards where they're struggling with the insectoid. not valuable. We were hoping it would give us a big payout. Oh, so not valuable then. Poro will not be interested in it at all. Won't pay us for it, you don't think? Are they any good to, are they any good to eat? Well, we haven't eaten all day. Could I potentially take it outside the walls? Do you think? Well, it seems to follow this little jingly thing, so I don't mind keeping it if it would be a good meal. I'm quite famished.
I'm gonna get some water on my way back.
No, we won't be doing that. I will take it back and tuck it into my bodice and say, hey, this is my food. You're not allowed. You told me it wasn't valuable and I'm hungry. I mean, where do I get this belt? In the heaps. Where else do all these things come from? I will go over and like pat the insectomorph side and go like, this piece feels quite good. And like do some little like squishing motions as if I'm like sizing it out.
I think that's a good place. We can pick up with the party next time.
Maybe we'll find another E1 unit in the scrap heaps. Are we sure about that? Are we really sure? Because we could dig some more.